Have you ever spent 23 years getting good at something and walked past the one person who could teach you the next thing just because he's young enough to be your son? This is Linda Rusnak. She is 49. She has restored paintings at the same Boston museum for 23 years. Linda is the painting's conservator at a small museum on the Fenway. She works alone in a Northlight studio on the 3rd floor. Gallon jugs of mineral spirits, swabs in a coffee can, 2 binocular microscopes she has used since she was 26. The museum is opening a fall exhibition of a forgotten Black American painter from the 1940s. 12 oils, varnish yellowed to honey, 3 with structural lifting. 9 months on the calendar. In month 6, Linda has cleaned 4. 5 months ago, the museum hired a second conservator, Erin Chen, 27, just out of the Buffalo State program. Infrared reflectography, hyperspectral imaging, laser cleaning, a small Python notebook of his own that pulled pigment IDs from spectral data in under a minute. The director gave him the alcove next to Linda's studio. Erin has cleaned 5 paintings. Painting 7 is a portrait. In the dark passage of the sitter's coat, something is going on under the surface paint. A shape Linda can read in raking light, can almost feel under the brush. She has held the painting for 3 weeks. UV, microscopy, a half-dozen microsolvent tests on patches at the edge. She cannot identify the layer beneath without spectral imaging. Erin could pull it up in 5 minutes. Linda has not asked. Sunday, she drives out to Brookline for dinner. Walt Larson is 78. He is Linda's father. He restored fine furniture in a Cambridge shop for 48 years and now works out of the garage at the Brookline house he has lived in since 1980. His wife Eleanor died in 2023. Sunday dinners have been every other week since. Linda lets herself in. Walt is in the kitchen lifting a casserole out of the oven. The coffee pot is already fresh. He never drinks coffee at 6. Over dinner, she says it lightly, the way you say a small thing. Kids out of school think they invented everything. Walt doesn't answer. He cuts a second piece of bread for her and slides it across. After dinner, he walks her out to the garage. From a shelf above the workbench, he pulls down a small blue notebook, leather cover, blank pages, his name stamped in gold on the spine. There is a stack of them, 12 deep. He has been buying them by the box for 40 years. He puts it in her hand. Thursday evening, North End, front row. Bring 1 question. Thursday, 1. Erin's seminar runs from 7 to 9 on Thursday evenings at the North Bennett Street School in the North End, a continuing ed series for the school's furniture, book, and preservation students, open to the public. Linda walks up from the tea. She sits in the back row, the notebook still zipped in her tote. Erin talks through infrared reflectography on a test panel he prepared himself. 3 overpaint layers under what looked like a single brown ground. Linda watches. She does not raise her hand. She leaves before the Q&A. On the train home, her face is hot. She does not go the next Thursday. Thursday 3. She goes back. She sits in the middle row this time. She takes the notebook out and puts it on her knee, closed. Erin sees her come in and lifts his chin in greeting. During break, Erin says, "Hey, glad you came." Linda nods. After the session, walking out the school's side door, Linda finds Walt waiting on a bench across the street with 2 coffees. He hands her one. He does not ask what happened. He says, "Same time next Thursday." Thursday 4. She walks in early. The front row already has someone in it. White hair, reading glasses on a beaded chain, a small blue notebook open on his lap, the same as hers. Walt does not look up. Linda freezes in the doorway. Aaron sees her. Aaron's whole face lights up. Walt slides his chair one seat over. Linda sits down next to him. Today's topic, written on the whiteboard in Aaron's hand: infrared reflectography for hidden portraits, 19th century American oils. Linda turns to a fresh page in her notebook and writes the date. They walk out together at 9. Aaron's students are still in the room packing up. The hallway smells like wood, varnish, and somebody's late dinner. Linda asks, "How long have you been coming?" Walt says, 11. 11 weeks, since the series started. I missed 2 for the dentist. Linda stops walking. You don't even restore paintings. Walt turns the notebook in his hand so she can see. The page is dense, diagrams of light wavelengths, a table he has copied from Aaron's slide, a small drawing of an inlay seam in the margin. Heard you at Sunday dinner. February. Wanted to see what he was. He turns the page. He sees something I can't. Last week he helped me figure out a layer of shellac on a 1920 desk. He wouldn't take money, so I bring him bread. He looks out at the courtyard for a moment. 60 years. I still come. Linda doesn't answer. They reach the side door. Walt puts on his cap. Friday morning, she walks into the museum early. Aaron is at his own bench, mixing solvents. Linda sets the blue notebook on the bench between them. Painting 7, she says. Can you run the IR Monday? Aaron looks up. He is trying not to smile too much. He says, yes. Monday afternoon, Aaron runs the IR. Tuesday, the layers come up on his monitor. Beneath the portrait, beneath the surface paint Linda has been holding her breath against for 3 weeks, a second figure, a woman. The painter's wife, eyes open, painted under in 1946. The catalog has never had a record of it. The exhibition opens that fall. Painting 7 is in the center wall. The label reads, Underpainting revealed by infrared reflectography, H.N. and L. Rusnak. Linda photographs the label on her phone and sends it to Walt. Sunday, she drives out to Brookline. Walt has the table set for 2. The coffee is on. When Walt clears the plates, Linda sees on the shelf above the workbench a fresh blue notebook taken down. On the cover, a yellow post-it in Walt's hand. Tuesday, Carla, 3D scanning, 7 p.m. She makes a note to come on the next Tuesday too.